All right, folks, here we are with another tutorial. Today we're taking a look at a solo arrangement for the tune Can't Help Falling in Love. All right, let's start off with some foundational work. First thing we need to do is memorize this picking pattern. So what I'm playing here is the C and the A string at the same time. I'm doing a pinch here, and then I'm following up with my pointer finger on the E string, G string, A string, G, and E. Pinch, E, G, A, G, E. We really want to make sure we lock in this picking pattern, because this is what the right hand is doing for the majority of the tune, right? Pinch, E, G, A, G, E, pinch. Pinch, E, G, A, G, E, pinch. All right, next thing is to play that same picking pattern. Only difference here is instead of playing C and A to start, this pinch here, I'm just playing the C string. C, E, G, A, G, E. C, E, G, A, G, E. So remember, the right hand, it really just needs to be able to play the picking pattern starting with the pinch, and then the picking pattern starting with just the C string. Every time I want to play melodically, what I'm going to be doing is that pinch here, A string is going to be carrying the melody note, and anytime I'm just playing accompaniment, when a melody note is just hanging out, then I'm going to play that other picking pattern, C, E, G, A, G, E. All right, let's give it a try, alternating back and forth. 1, 2, 3, ready, and go. Pinch, E, G, A, G, E, pinch. All right, now let's try it with just a C string. C, E, G, A, and we'll go back to pinch A. And switch to the C. One more time, we'll pinch. All right, we really need to make sure that we have that picking pattern locked into muscle memory. And that doesn't just mean that we can do it. It means we can do it consistently and without too much effort, right? Once that's locked in and you can alternate between both variants, then we can move on to learning the arrangement. All right, let's take a look at some left-hand chord shapes. The first one is a C chord, but I am going to alter how I play that. I'm going to play it with my pointer finger here on the 3rd fret, and you saw how my hand shifted down the fretboard a little bit. My first chord is C here, then I'm going to shift into an inversion of G. 0, 7, 7, see how I'm barring across the 7th fret on the bottom 3 strings, and then my pinky is going to play the 10th fret on the A string. The next chord we're going to play is an A minor. Now this looks a little different from the A minor you might know. What I'm going to do is use my pointer finger to play the 2nd fret on the G string, and then my ring finger to play the 3rd fret on the A string. So this variant of A minor. So let's go ahead and move between those chords. Here's our first C, here's our inversion of G, and then here is our A minor. One more time. 0, 0, 0, 3, 0, 7, 7, and 10. 2, 0, 0, and 3. Now all we really need to do is add our picking pattern here. We're going to start off with the pinch because we need to hear the melody note as we change chords, right? So if we start on the C chord, wise. Now I'm going to shift into that next chord shape, and I'm going to just do the same right hand. Men. Now when I go to this chord, I'm actually going to hold for 2 measures. The first rotation, I'm going to do a pinch, because I want to hear that melody note, and then I'm going to follow up without the pinch. I'm just going to play the C string, right? So when I hit C or A minor, I'm going to go pinch, E, G, A, G, E, C, E, G, A, G, E, right? See if we can give it a try. From the C chord, we're doing our picking pattern, inversion, bar 7, pinky on 10, and then shift into 2, 0, 0, 0, 3. Let's try it again. Here we go. Wise men say. Now you can see why having this picking pattern down in muscle memory is really important. For the majority of the tune, my left hand is moving between chord shapes, but my right hand is really doing the same job, that picking pattern over and over again. Now there are going to be a couple instances where we're going to interrupt that normal picking pattern when the melody calls for it. All right, let's take it back, see if we can play it from the A minor with that interrupting melody. So we go 2, 0, 0, 3, pinch, E, G, A, G, no melody, first 3 notes, C, E, G, then I play 5, bounce, 7, switch into the F chord, 0, 0, 5, and 8, C chord 0, 0, 3, 7, and 0, 2, 3, 5 for my G chord, and then C, E, G, A, G, E. So if you're having trouble moving between those left-hand shapes, remember, just like with the right hand, we can isolate that technique, right? You can practice whole notes, moving between the chord shapes that you need. That way you can really focus on just the left hand without bringing the right hand into it, right? Only fools, that F chord, rush to that C chord and into that G chord. Let's move into the second half of this tune where we left off. 0, 2, 3, and 5, my left hand is holding that shape. The first measure I pinch. The second measure I don't. C, E, G, A, G. Now instead of playing E for my last pick, I'm going to interrupt with one note of melody. That's the open G string again, before switching to an F chord, to a G7 chord, to my A minor chord that I played before. Right? So I'm in my G chord, pinch, E, G, A, G, E, most of the picking pattern, and now I interrupt with that single G note of melody, switching to the F, pinch, 0, 2, 1, 2 for the G7, and then into the A minor, 2, 0, 0, 3. Let's see if we can try it one more time from the G. C, E, G, A, G, melody, F, to the G7, to the A minor. Really great job so far. Remember, you can always go back and rewatch any sections that you need a little extra time with. And don't forget, inside of YouTube, you can click on the gear icon, slow the speed of the video down to 0.75. That's super helpful if following along at normal speed is really difficult. Let's move into the last section of this tune. I'm going to start off with an inversion of D minor, barring across the bottom 3 strings here on the 5th fret. From here, I'm going to pinch, play the E string, and then I'm going to play 2 melody notes, 7 and 8 on the A string, right? So I'm going to go pinch, E, 7, 8. Now, just like before, what we're going to do is play that melody note on the A string, and then I'm going to fill in between both of the notes with the G string. So I'm going to go pinch, E, 7, bounce on the G string, and then play the 8th fret, and then bounce on the G string. Pinch, E, 7, G, 8, G. Falling in, pinch, E, 7, G, 8, G, right? And remember, that comes out of this A minor. Falling in. And what's really great, we're just going to recycle a few chords, just do the picking pattern. 0, 0, 3, and 7. 0, 2, 3, and 5 for the G, and then I'm going to finish on the C chord, same as I started on, right? So from here, from the D minor, we're going to go pinch, E, 7th fret, G string, 8th fret, G string, and now I'm going to shift into this inversion of C, 0, 0, 3, 7, pinch, E, G, A, G, E, into the inversion of G minor, 0, 2, 3, and 5, pinch, E, G, A, G, E, and then into the C chord. I'm going to pinch on the first measure, and since there's no more melody notes, I'm going to play C, E, G, A, G, E. Cool? So we'll see if we can try it from that D minor. 1, 2, 3, ready, and go. Pinch, E, 7, bounce, 8, bounce, 0, 0, 3, 7, 0, 2, 3, and 5, and then into the C chord. And then I'm going to start over here. Then I can play another rotation of the tune. Next, we'll do a playthrough of the whole thing. On the first rotation, I'm going to be talking a little more, describing what's going on, maybe getting out of tempo. And on the second rotation, I'll try to stay a little bit more in tempo and talk less. All right, we'll take it from the top. 1, 2, 3, ready, C chord. Pinch, E, G, A, G, E. I shift into my inversion of G, barring across 7, pinky on 10. And then to my A minor, 2, 0, 0, 3. First rotation, I'm going to do the pinch, and on the second, I'm going to play the first 3 notes, C, E, G, and then interrupt, 5, bounce, 7, and then I'm going to shift into this inversion of F, 0, 0, 5, 8, pinch, E, G, A, G, E. Here's my inversion of C, 0, 0, 3, 7, and then 0, 2, 3, 5 for the G chord. On my second rotation, I'm going to play C, E, G, A, G, interrupt, with that single note on the G string before switching to an F, pinch, into G7, and then A minor 2003. Now I'm going to shift into my inversion of D minor, barring across the bottom 3 strings on the 5th fret, pinch, E, 7th fret, bounce, 8th fret, bounce on the G string, and then shift into the C chord, 0037, into the G chord, 0235, and then I'm going to finish on my C chord here. First time pinch, second time C, E, G, A, G, E. All right, on this rotation, I'll try and stay a little more in tempo. 1, 2, 3, ready, here we go. Wise men, A minor, say, interrupt, 5, 7, 3 and 7, 0, 2, 3, 5, in. There you have it. Great job on this quick tutorial of the solo arrangement. If you want to dig way deeper into this tune and others like it, be sure to check out UkeLab. This is actually the latest full course edition that we've made to the library. So if you want to get access, be sure to learn more at ukuleleinspired.com. Thanks for stopping by. Remember to stay inspired.